Hello, it's Kindo, and today we're back with another Tuesday tutorial. Today's tutorial is going to be on some whistles. And so today we'll go over the outward whistles, the inward whistles. That way you can make up some pattern. So today we'll go over the outward whistle, the inward whistle. That way you can kind of, if you want to make up some type of breathing pattern stuff, a vocalized outward whistle. Okay, and then we'll go over the really popular, I don't even know what you call it, but like the LuLu Whistle, that thing. Everyone's been doing this. These are the whistles we'll be going over today. Let's do it. Before we get into these, give yourself time and be patient with them, because with whistles, positioning with mouth has to be perfect position to get that certain tone you want, and the breath has to be able to support it too. So if you do too much air or too little air, that could affect the whistle too. Sometimes your mouth position might not even be the problem. Sometimes it's how you're using the air, or sometimes the air's fine and it's the mouth position. So they're tricky. Just give yourself some time, give yourself some patience. I promise you guys will get these. Let's do this. First whistle, outwards, just the basic. Let's do this one. Biggest tip I could give you is this. Since we're just starting with the basic, okay, keep everything relaxed for me. Don't worry about tongue position, jaw position, don't worry about any of that, okay? I want you to keep everything just relaxed, like it's just jello. Just keep everything relaxed, okay? Step one. Step two with this, imagine like you're pointing at someone, you're going like, ooh, he's in trouble, ooh, or you're like, ooh, she did it, ooh, right? Imagine that position, that ooh, okay? Now here's the thing. When I teach this, a lot of people, because we're going ooh, they compare it to a synth. They go, and they're like, because they're trying to compare it to a, I did not say do a synth. I said, imagine going ooh in that position. Ooh, right? Now take the voice away and you get that. No whistle yet. I know. Stick with me. From here, you're going to try two things for me, okay? One, look at your mouth. So you might have to go to a mirror and go look at your face, but I'm kind of getting the whistle tone, but from here, I want you to either drop your jaw and now for me that doesn't work, and I'll explain. I have an overbite, so what's happening is when I drop my jaw, my teeth are, even if I'm dropping, my top teeth are still like this, because I have an overbite. You can see it, you know? You can see these teeth sit on top. They sit like this, right? So for me, and if you have this problem, some people have underbites, overbite, you're going to have to adjust this. You're going to have to kind of, it sounds weird, but you're here. You're going to kind of bring your mouth back. You want to sense for me personally, since I have an overbite, I need to line them up, and then it causes more steady, because when I'm like this and I'm going, that's uneven. So the air, because when you listen to a whistle, it's one stream of air, right? Right? You don't hear it like, it's not shaky, it's just boom. So to get that solid, steady, smooth tone, you need to give it a smooth airway. Does that make sense? For me, like I said, I have an overbite, so I'm gonna bring this back a little bit. Now you can hear that there's that whistle tone starting to happen. Okay, so really use a mirror, okay? Use your iPhone camera. Look at your face on this one. I always tell everyone this. Focus on your face. It helps a lot. Like, a lot. Like how much? Like, a lot, you know? So, we have the ooh position, right? Ooh. Adjust your face a little bit. So some of you guys are gonna have to drop your jaw. Right? Some of you guys are gonna have to do what I do and bring your jaw back. Now you can hear I'm getting that whistle tone, but it's not a full happening, right? It's like, sorry. You can kind of hear the whistly tone. I'm going to look again in the mirror. Now, do you see how I can clearly see there's an open gap? Right? That gap for me, this is where you're gonna have to experiment, okay? For me, I would look at that and go, ooh, Kindo, I think you need to close that up a bit. So all of a sudden now you get this whistle. Sorry if I'm standing really close to my mic, so sorry if it just cut the mic audio. But if you watch, what we're doing is I'm keeping that same, I have to push my jaw back, but now I'm adjusting the circle. So do I have to open it up more? Do I have to lower? Do I have to tighten it more and get a smaller tone on it? Okay, this is the trickiest part, why there's people who go, oh, I can't whistle. Anyone can do it, it's just air. It's not like you have to position your tongue and do this and it's just, if you're able to go, then you can do a whistle and go, it's just the positioning. Okay, so this one's really gonna take some time. Fine tune it. I promise you, once you finally hit that and you hear that happen, you're set. Like, trust me, this is one of those sounds. It's not like, for me, maybe this wasn't everyone. I had throat bass. I kind of learned vibration bass, and then as I worked vibrations, I would like lose it some days. They just like go away. I didn't have it, type of thing. Whistles aren't like that. Whistles, once you get that tone and you're like, ah, that's what I have to do with my face, you'll have it. Okay, so really work this one. Okay, so we have the outward whistle. Now I got to do it inwards. And I know it sounds exactly the same because it's pretty much the same. It's the same thing. So you know, every tip, every step we just went over. All right, well, here we go again. Step one. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Every step we just went over with the outward whistle, take that into consideration, okay? Here's the only difference. You know how we're going ooh outwards and okay? I know we don't talk inwards, and if you do that, hopefully you do it in inward bass. And if not, and you just sound like this and you're dying, well then, hey, that's fine too. But as terrible of an example as this is, you know how I said on the other whistle, I said, imagine like someone's in trouble, you go, ooh, he did, or like, ooh, and you point. You're doing the same thing, but it's not outward. So you're gonna, you're gonna inwards it. You're gonna, okay, so inward, it's an inward ooh, like ooh, but it's inward, so okay, same exact concept. That's the only difference. Same, again, you're gonna have to adjust it. You're gonna have to kind of sit there and oh, there it is. You know, work on it. You will. Okay, it's same thing, just like outwarded. But once you start working both of these, that's when you can kind of start working like, and start working different patterns and combos with these. And you could even probably make up like some whistle drags. Probably, I haven't tried it yet, but you could probably do whistle drags. I don't see why not. Okay, so we have outward whistles. We got the inward whistles. Start practicing in and out and stuff like that. Vocalized whistles. Here we go. Okay, let's do these. Same exact thing. So we're gonna go over the steps again. Step one. No, I'm kidding. You guys imagine if I did that in a video? Like I taught like kick, and then I taught kick roll, and then I taught like kick patterns, and every time I was like, step one, adjust your leg. I just did it every time. That'd be terrible. Oh. No, seriously though. Okay, step one. So take your whistle outwards. By the way, not in. I mean, you can kind of vocalize it inwards. It's just gonna be weird, but outwards, you'll see what it's a lot easier, and you can kind of start setting up your note. Like, you can kind of kick it if you wanted to. You can add some. There's more textures you can do outwards, I guess is what I'm trying to say when you vocalize it. That's what I'm trying to say. Find a whistle note outwards that you're comfortable with. So for me, that works. I can hit it every time. So we'll just go with, okay? So find your outward note that works. From there, we're gonna try one of two things, okay? I want you to, try to hit your whistle, so, and then, since you're blowing outwards, try to bring in your voice to it, so, Probably have to take a big breath for this one. And cool. So there it is. Okay, you can try that. I want you to try one more thing for me. You know how we're going, like, listen to it. You hear how it's kind of going like, right? You can make the whistle a little more lower, open it and go, and instead of the tone you get, it will turn into an O type of whistle tone. So see what I'm saying? You hear how it changed? You hear how there's that little tone change happening in there? I'm just kind of going, right? But I'm keeping everything in that whistle position. So find that, vocalize it, and then you can kind of start messing with the E's and the O's on this and your stuff like that. One more thing, if these don't work, if you guys can kind of do like you don't need a synth. Okay, I don't want to say you need a, but you know that push that's happening in our throat, that even if you wanted to try this really with that vote, you know how we do that bongo drum thing, even that you can kind of go right, and you still get that whistle spot and okay, you can kind of like kick into the note too, rather than just make it. It just gives you texture options. You can be smooth or you can just kick it. You know what I mean? But that's kind of 3 ways this may work for you. Like I said, whistles are tricky where positioning is key. Okay, positioning is key and the air is going to be key. So try try that one. Try it with the O. So maybe that'll work. You can try to hit it, and even if it's going like, you might be able to find, you can kind of hear it in there. You might be able to find that spot where, oh, there. Okay, cool. I can start from there. You know what I mean? So kind of mess with the E to O thing going on. And then the last thing, like I said, them kicks. Try to. The last whistle that we'll be working on for today's video is the LuLu Whistle. That's what I'm going to call it for now. I don't really know what it's called, but this for me is my trickiest whistle. Even I have more whistle tutorials coming out. Even those compared to this is my trickiest whistle for me. It's new. It's the newest whistle I've learned, so maybe that's it. But the tongue positioning on this has to be precise. So you know how this whole video I was telling you that whistles, you have 2 components. You have the mouth positioning has to be perfect. The air has to be perfect. Well, now you add your tongue on this one, right? You're whistling with your tongue. You're whistling now with the tongue on top. So for me, that's been the biggest adjustment, is I'm so used to openness and that now when there's something blocking it to get that second tone, I'm really having to work on this tongue position and keep it light. I keep having a problem. That's why I was telling you guys to relax everything. I keep pushing on the roof of my mouth, and then it's too much pressure, and you just get air. There's nothing. If I was gonna vocalize this whistle, so if I went right, I literally just went it's literally like, so imagine the position and how I'm getting this tone. I'm going and keep going. Just put your tongue on top. Okay, now you're gonna do the same exact thing, but now you're just doing it with whistles instead of your voice. So every time you hear the pitch changing, my tongue is going okay, so that's why I call it the LuLu whistle, because if I was gonna pronounce what I'm doing, I'm literally going okay? But I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I hope it helps. I know these whistles are tricky. Hit me up if you guys need help. Practice, practice, practice too, and I will see you guys for the next tutorial. Did this tutorial help? Leave a comment and let me know. I love to see feedback from you guys so I can see what's working and what needs more work for the tutorials. Thank you to Mac for providing the sweet music you heard in this video. Click the link in the description below to check out more of his music and give him a follow on Instagram. Massive shout out to CTB for creating my logo. From the Kindo logo, the Human Beatbox logo, and more. CTB has created a ton of popular logos you guys see in the beatbox scene today. If you need your own custom logo, be sure to find CTB on his social medias. I put them in the description below. And while you're down there checking the description below, be sure to find me on all of my social media, from Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, everything. I'm on it all. You can find them in the description below. I recently just started doing Friday live streams on Instagram and Saturday live streams on YouTube as well, so be sure to find my social medias and keep up to date with everything. Have you heard of the World of Beatbox? It's my Discord server where we throw weekly jams and game nights. Once a month on the server I throw a workshop as well where I teach you some of my best tips, tricks, and advice with beatbox. I'll answer all of your guys' questions, and then we have a big jam after the workshop. I left a link for you guys in the description below. Check it out. I hope to see you guys on the server soon. Head on over to my Patreon for a ton of exclusive Kindo content, from monthly lessons to behind the scene footage, bloopers, exclusive tutorials, Kindo merch, and more. There's so much happening on my Patreon. Check it out in the description below. Do you need a specific type of beatbox? Maybe you need a custom beat, or even want a personal Kindo shout out? From beatboxing in movie scenes, to commercials, to even beatboxing for the Santa app on Alexa, I've literally done it all. Find me on FIVERR so we can discuss more on what specifics you're looking for or what you need. Link in the description below. And last but not least, thank you for watching. Please give a like and subscribe as it helps my channel a ton. I upload 2 or more videos for you guys every single week, and I hope you guys have been enjoying the content lately. Thank you again, and have yourself a blessed day.